thoughts, views, and opinions you hear on this show are just that: my thoughts, my views, my opinions. So if you don't like them, disagree with them, or whatever the case may be, well, there's a simple solution to all that, and that's just stop listening. But if you care to partake in the conversation, sit back, turn it up, and enjoy the show. Yeah, that. Welcome back to another episode of the YeahDat podcast, hosted by yours truly, West Coast Robbie. Oh, thank you. How are y'all doing out there? The homie is doing well. Homie's doing good, actually. You know, I just got back from a little vacay I took with the fam. So the homie's feeling really good. But before we dive into that, recap last episode 79. Are You Offended? Oh, excuse me. No, it's not Are You Offended? That was episode 78. Episode 79. It was one of the YeahDat podcast classics. My wife is a doll. We went back to episode 35 where we had guest Zen and his spouse Yumi. And his spouse Yumi is a realistic life-size doll. So if you haven't already checked that episode out, check it out. Wherever podcast platforms are available and on YouTube, you can watch the full-length episode on YouTube, youtube.com/West Coast Rob, or at YeahDatpodcast on YouTube, and you can find the full-length episode there. Episode 79, My Spouse is a Doll, YeahDat Podcast Classics, recorded back a few years ago. And, wanted to bring it back for those new listeners, new viewers, new subscribers. Thank y'all. Y'all missed some gems, some gem episodes. So with the YDP Classics, I'm just bringing back those classic episodes so that way y'all can see what we do or what we have done here on the podcast. So now we're back, episode 8 or 80. Oh yeah, episode 80, streak of losses. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I mean, it's just thank y'all. I mean, big things coming, a lot of things coming. But episode 80, like I said earlier a few minutes ago, just got back from a little vacay with the family. We took a few days, went up to a beachy town. I'm not going to tell y'all where it is because I don't want y'all to know where I live. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who do know me, who are in my surrounding area, yeah, we went north a little bit, went to a little beachy resort town, had a blast. Weather was perfect, didn't have to deal with rain. Man, I had a great time. Went to the beach, went to an escape room, did an escape room with the fam bam, and that was the first time any of us has done an escape room, and holy shit, that was so much fun. We had an hour time limit, and it was a smaller setting or a smaller escape room type deal. It wasn't one of the ones where you solve the clues, open a door, and go into another escape room. That's what we want to do. That's what we wanted to do, or we were hoping it was something like that, but it wasn't. But this time it was still fun. Memories, I mean, it was a good time. So now that's opened our escape room bag, I guess you can say. So we've been searching for other escape rooms to do and looking around us locally. So if you haven't tried an escape room, man, you need to try it. So my wife and we're inquiring about doing murder mysteries as well. We always see that on like TV shows and movies, and actually have heard about it. So we actually want to try doing an escape room also. So yeah, had a blast. Got back on Saturday. We left during the week and spent a few days there. Drove back down on Saturday. Had Sunday to recoup before my wife went back to work and I went back to work. So it was a good time, man. It was a good time. Take the time out to spend time with your family, get some rest, relaxation, a little R&R. take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself, because you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? When it comes to this life. So you have to live life to the fullest while you still can. And that just leads me into our segments. This past week has been kind of crazy. We've lost a lot of individuals, a lot of known individuals, to those who are around my age demographic. So the millennials, we lost some people that we've seen or we grew up with somewhat, watching them on TV, watching them grow up. They were kind of your figures, or brotherly figures, father figures, what have you. You just felt for them, you know what I'm saying? So starting off with Malcolm Jamal Warner. We lost Malcolm Jamal Warner last week, or over the past few weeks. Malcolm Jamal Warner, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Malcolm Jamal Warner, he was Theo Huxtable on the Cosby Show. And I know the name Cosby Show is just like, what? Bill Cosby? But despite the Bill Cosby thing, the Cosby Show was a show that was watched and was adored by a lot of us in the culture. A lot of the black community, we fucked with the Cosby Show, you know what I mean? Because it was really like the first time you seen a black family on TV, and then the black family themselves were well off, you know, doctor, professor, like, you know what I mean? So Theo was the only son, the eldest, or not the eldest, excuse me, the only boy, and he was on 8 seasons. So, Malcolm Jamal Warner was Theo Huxtable, and he was on the Cosby Show for 8 seasons. Malcolm Jamal Warner, for those of you who didn't know, he passed away due to drowning at a beach in Costa Rica. So a lot of the news reports put out that his daughter, because they were on vacation, that his daughter was out there and he went out to save his daughter. But the Costa Rican government, they put out that his daughter wasn't out in the water. He was playing with his daughter on the shoreline, and then a friend of his, who's a Nicaraguan descent or resident or what have you, they were playing on the shoreline with his daughter, and then they went out for a swim. Now the beach that they were on is known for bad surf and bad currents. So after playing with his daughter, him and his friend, they went out for a swim, and they both got caught in the current. His friend was able to get out of the current. However, Malcolm Jamal Warner was not, and he drowned. He was pulled out and rescued by the Costa Rican Red Cross, and he was given CPR on shore, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. So condolences go to Malcolm Jamal Warner and his family, age 54. Best known as, like I said, Theo Huxtable on the Cosbys, but he also had show Malcolm and Eddie. As he, the Cosby Show went away, he got older, did his thing. Malcolm and Eddie was a show on UPN with him and Eddie Griffin that was on for a few years. He was also Dr. A.J. Austin on the Fox medical drama The Resident from 2018 to 2023, as well as The Community. He was the vice president of the motorcycle club, the Grim Bastards, on Sons of Anarchy. He was on 911. So he had a lot of things going on. He's done a lot of things, very accomplished actor. Colleagues have said, he was a gentleman, just a nice, beautiful person. So condolences go out to Malcolm Jamal Warner, 54 years old. Lost him due to a drowning. So like I said, we had a lot of losses this week. And then this may be a somber or sad episode, but you should just we're going to think about and we're going to celebrate the lives of these individuals that we lost, but that should kind of wake you up as well. You need to live life. I mean, live life. Don't worry about money and all stuff. I mean, materialistic things. You gotta live life because you don't know what's gonna happen. Like Malcolm Jamal Warner went on vacation with his daughter and his friend. You know what I mean? Went to the beach. Like he ended up losing his life. Like that's crazy, man. Just a sad story. Sad story. Well, we also lost Mr. Chuck Mangione. For those of you who don't know, Chuck Mangione, he is a smooth jazz musician, best known in the 70s and 80s. He is a 14-time Grammy nominated, 2-time Grammy winner. He's a platinum selling artist, and he may not be well known to not even my generation, the millennials, but if you heard the tune or if you watched King of the Hill, you know who Chuck Mangione is. His biggest hit was Feel So Good. He's a 70s, 80s smooth jazz musician. He's written music that were underscores for Summer Olympics. Just a well accomplished, you can say pioneer as well. Jazz, he was known for the Flegel. What was the name of the instrument he played? Flegelmine? Hold on. Chuck Mangione. And if you hear the flugelhorn, started playing when he was 8 years old. Started playing an instrument at 10. He started with the trumpet, but you hear that song, it's Chuck Mangione. And if you follow or if you watch King of the Hill, Chuck Mangione is the character who's always playing some kind of song on this episode, but the song always turns up being his song Feels So Good, which is hilarious, by the way. But Chuck Mangione passed away also over the past couple weeks. He was 84 years old. He passed away due to natural causes. He died in his sleep. So condolences go out to the Mangione family. Man, it's crazy how it was like bang, bang, bang. Like just people just passing away. We also lost Chef Anne Burrell. Now, if you're a fan of anything culinary, Food Network, then you know who Anne Burrell is. She was the host of Worst Cooks in America. She was 55 years old. Her cause of death was self-inflicted. So, with that being said, reading up on the articles about Chef Anne, people were just like, "Oh man, she was at this show and she was just cheering and just smiling and just goofing and having a great time. Like this all just takes you by surprise." But it makes you think. And I've seen posts as well that cover several celebrities that we've lost due to self-inflicted wounds or self-inflicted deaths or what have you. There's not a distinct look or a distinct way you can identify somebody who does or is going to or has done a self-inflicted thing like that. There's not a specific look. A person can put on an image or put on a smile, act just as normal as you and I, or what we deem as normal, but not knowing what they're really dealing with. So that's why you gotta know people. You gotta talk to people. You gotta be, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you actually have to be caring and concerned when it comes to people. Like getting to know somebody. You know what I mean? Like Chef Anne was married, had children, but she was dealing with something that she felt that she couldn't take anymore. I don't know if her husband or her family or friends knew what she was dealing with, but it was something so severe that she felt that she had to do that. self-inflicted. So it's sad to hear that too. Sad to hear. Chef Ann made her debut as a sous chef on Iron Chef America, and then her appearance on there just led her to her own Emmy-nominated show, Secrets of a Restaurant Chef, back in 2008, and ran for 9 seasons. Then she appeared on Chef Wanted, Chopped, Food Network Star, and most recently, the competition series House of Knives, which just premiered in March 2025. I just saw I think it was Worst Chefs in America. There's a new season about to drop too with Chef Ann on it. It hasn't dropped. It's getting ready to drop soon. I just saw a commercial for that. So just to hear that she's no longer with us is sad. She also has 2 cookbooks, 2011's Cook Like a Rock Star and Own Your Kitchen, Recipes to Inspire and Empower, that she dropped in 2013. Man, rest in peace to Chef Ann. Chef Ann Burrell. She was 55. Mother, stepmother, sister, wife. Sad. But like I said, like you don't know what people are dealing with. People may come off fine, but I don't know, just actually getting to know somebody deep. You know what I mean? Who knows if anybody could have helped her. You know what I'm saying? But if you're out there and you're dealing with any issues and you feel like you can't anymore, there's always somebody you can talk to. You can call or text 988, or you can go to 988lifeline.org. If you're dealing with any kind of mental strain, substance abuse, whatever it is, make sure you go to 988lifeline.org or text or call 988, because I don't know, it's just not a way. It's sad. I don't know, it's just sad. But another icon lost was the Dark Prince, Ozzy Osbourne. We lost Ozzy Osbourne over the past week or so, age 76. Cause of death was Parkinson's related. So he was diagnosed with Parkinson's officially in 2020 when they came out with the Parkinson's diagnosis. So Parkinson's, it affects other bodily functions, nerves, organs, etc. So Ozzy's death was Parkinson's related. For those of you who don't know who Ozzy Osbourne is, for y'all youngsters out there, Ozzy was the lead singer of Black Sabbath. He is the pioneer of heavy metal music and reality TV. I'll get to that in a second. Ozzy Osbourne has 13 platinum solo albums. He's a 2-time Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. He was inducted in 2006 as a part of Black Sabbath, and in 2024 as a solo artist. Now, if you have gone to any sporting event, you have heard the dun 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 dun. Yeah, Crazy Train, his biggest hit, 55 million records sold on the album Blizzard of Oz, which that album contained Crazy Train, the aforementioned song. That song is on every. You've heard that song, no matter how old you are. You've heard the song before. You know who Ozzy Osbourne is. You have heard the Crazy Train song. It's in my workout playlist, like staple in sporting events, stadiums, up tempo workouts, gyms, etc. That is just his trademark song. But he also has songs like No More Tears, My Mom Coming Home. Like he has some hits. Born in Birmingham, England. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne, also known for biting the head off of a bat on stage. Yeah, for those of you who didn't know that, Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off of a bat on stage. He bit the head off a live... Was it a bat? I thought it was a bird. Oh, my bad. A bird. I don't know why I said bat. He bit the head off a live dove. Crazy. Oh, no. Yeah, I was right. A bat. He bit the head off a dead bat during a concert in Des Moines. So a fan threw it on stage. One, where the hell did that person get a bat from? And why are you touching a bat? Disgusting. So a fan threw a bat on stage. Ozzy thought it was a rubber one, picked it up, bit the head off of it, and then realized it was alive, or it was a real bat. Started pelting the audience with raw meat and blood and guts and shit. Hilarious. But the Parkinson's related the stuff related to Parkinson's was due to heavy drug use. And that leads me to this. When he ran out of drugs, this fool snorted a line of ants. Crazy. That dude was a trailblazer, man. Ozzy Osbourne. I don't think heavy metal music would be heavy metal if there was no like Black Sabbath or no Ozzy. And then, so like I said, reality TV. 2002, there was a reality TV show called The Osbournes. Some of y'all may be familiar with it. Some of y'all may not be. It premiered on MTV, and it was the first time you really got to see a family, like cameras following a family. They were like one of the first to do it. The show aired from 2002 to 2005, and it just followed Ozzy, his wife Sharon, Jack, and Kelly through their everyday things. And I know Ozzy, he was about it, but he was like, I'm the Prince of Darkness. Like, why are y'all showing me all goofy? Because there's episodes, I used to watch it. I watched like the first couple episodes, but he would struggle with remotes and stuff. And you can just tell like the Parkinson's was getting at him, or getting to him. But it was just, he became a pop culture icon due to that show. He was already an icon because of his musical endeavors, Black Sabbath, solo. But now he'd hit a whole new demographic, and it just propelled him into icon status, which the Osbournes was one of the first reality TV shows. And if you think about it now, everybody did it. Now everybody does it. Everybody does it. But they were the first ones to do it. So RIP to iconic legend Ozzy Osbourne. Died at the age of 76. Man. 76. And finally, now this was in no particular order. This is just how I have it in my notes. We also lost another icon. Whether you like or agree or whatever the case may be, we lost Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan died at age 71 due to cardiac arrest. Now, Hulk Hogan, whose real name is Terry Gene Bollea, two-time WWE Hall of Famer, solo and as a part of the NWO. Just iconic. This dude, if you think of like a pop culture icon, Hulk Hogan. You don't even have to watch wrestling to know who Hulk Hogan is. Just think about it. Don't think about if you have any kind of hate towards him or whatever the case may be. Just listen up right now. This dude was a pop culture icon, took wrestling and propelled wrestling. If there was no Hulk Hogan, for all you wrestling fans out there would be no wrestling. I mean, there would be wrestling, but it wouldn't be a mainstream thing. He was one of the pioneers and helped propel wrestling, professional wrestling, to what it is now. Just like how Michael Jordan did for the for the NBA. The NBA was there, but once Michael Jordan came, it became a global phenomenon. It was worldwide. You've seen the documentary. So what Michael Jordan did for basketball, Hulk Hogan did for wrestling. If you don't think so, let me know in the comment section. But with that being said, once he moved away from wrestling, there was a lot of things that were associated with Hulk Hogan in a negative light. Now, I mentioned the Osbournes were the first family to really do the reality TV thing. Their show ended in 2005. Now, Hulk Hogan's show, he had a show as well, and his show started in 2005, and it followed him, his wife, his son, and his daughter. But in 2012, a sex tape surfaced showing Hulk Hogan having sex with his friend's wife. And in that same sex tape, you can hear him using racial slurs. Now, he's come out and said he's apologized for the racial slurs. For the sex tape, he filed a lawsuit. He won the suit because it was an invasion of privacy, but the damage had been done already. Now, with that being said, how does that make you see Hulk Hogan? Like, how does that make you feel? I saw a lot of posts on social media talking about, oh, Hulk Hogan was a racist. You know what I mean? He didn't care about you, etc., etc., which is valid. It's valid. Is it okay to still mourn his death if you grew up a wrestling fan? Especially as a black person or a person of color, black, brown, yellow, whatever the case may be. Is it okay to mourn his death even though he's dropped some racial slurs? Let me know. Now, the reason I ask that is because R. Kelly. So I bring up R. Kelly because Hitmaker, bangers, just hits. I mean, known for his hits, great music, but was convicted for, child, underage, sex stuff. You know what I'm saying? Do you still listen to R. Kelly music? I brought that up to somebody one time and they were like, oh no, I separate R. Kelly from Robert. So do you separate Hulk Hogan from Terry? Is that okay? Or is that a double standard? Let me know in the comment section. But sorry for the somber and sad episode, but I just had to pay some respects and bring it up to those of you, for those of you out there who weren't aware of who we lost. I know you've heard the Hulk Hogan, you've heard the Ozzy's, but you might not have heard the Chuck Mangiones or the Chef Ann's. So had to bring it up, had to bring awareness. Condolences go to all their families, and respects. May y'all rest in peace. But that's gonna be it for this episode. It's a short one this week, y'all. The homies just getting reacclimated. Got to get the schedule right, but make sure you do your I always fumble that part. Make sure you do your due diligence. Subscribe, follow. You already know what to do. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's me West Coast Rob signing out. Yeah, that. West Coast Rob.